Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Corey, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. One of the things that's going to keep you sexless is you being in reaction to her requests for you to increase your investment in the relationship. And in layman's terms, if she wants you to do all the shit around the house and she just sits and does fuck all. Now, when she does that, especially, and usually it's under the guise of, I'm really tired, I feel stressed, and I feel depressed, and therefore I just need a break. And so for some of you guys, and as you all know, once you give her that break, it becomes a real permanent break. So she's just sitting around barking orders, and you just running around doing every single thing. And really it's with the guise of, if I can do this, then she will come out of this stressful state. She will come out of this depressive state. She will come out of this anxiety state. Whatever she's told you is going on in order for her not to contribute within the family, whatever that is, you might be doing to help. And what will happen is that while she sees that it's an effective way for her not to do anything and coast within the relationship, she will continually use that. And especially if she says I've got depression, then she can really string you along with that for a very, very long time. So just string you along with it. And it becomes a very weird dynamic because, as we all know, and as I've spoken to you guys at length about depression, I've suffered with that as well. I think got to the point where I had suicidal thoughts. All of that was just coming to the fact that I was not doing anything about it. And I was not going out trading. I was not reading. I was not being the best version of myself, like what I'm doing now, doing podcasts. I was not helping people, and that was not aligned to what I believe. I'm now my beliefs are now aligned to my actions. So in terms of helping people and wanting to be out there and doing stuff, my point being that when I was not doing that, it just amplified that depression. Now, I'm not saying your partner is lying. That's not what I'm saying. But they're more likely to suffer with depression when they're not actively investing within the relationship. And when you take everything from them and you're not doing all the dishes, you're doing all the washing, and again, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You do it, but you do it in a way that's collaborative. So everybody is investing to some... Now, everybody's investing. So, for example, in my relationship, when it's the weekend, when it's Saturday, as soon as it hits Saturday, my wife tags me in and I'm looking after everything pretty much. She tends to do some of the washing of the clothes and make sure that the clothes are washed. I do sometimes put them away or do some ironing or whatever is required at the time. I'll do some of that stuff. But usually she tags me in and she won't touch anything. And I like that. I want that to happen because she suffers with some issues with fibromyalgia. She hurts. So this is the first time she can just sort of relax and not have to worry about cooking. So I cook, I clean, I do all sorts as best as I can. At the same time, while I do all of that, there isn't anxiety that on her part that when it's maybe the carpet hasn't been hoovered, for example, I can sit down and have a nap and she not throw a fit because I've sat down and the carpet isn't done. Because that's the other bit that would happen, that because she's high stress, high anxiety, whatever, she's lost a sense of control, and she uses you being an errand boy as a way or method to feel a sense of control. So this is one of the things that makes it worse, because when you're in this situation, you're running around under the guise of being chivalrous and being a gentleman and doing the right thing as a husband. But what this is exacerbating, is making that problem worse. So by her not being functional within the family, has got a lot to... It's not in alignment to what a good mother should be or what a good wife should be or what. So it's not in alignment, but she's using this as a way of it's a very... It removes her from doing anything, which in turn makes her feel better about herself, which in turn makes her feel depressed. So it's a weird vicious cycle that happens, And most of you guys, you have to put a stop to it, and you have to talk about it. And if she's not actively doing something to deal with the depression, for example, going for individual counseling, or even getting to the root cause of the problem, like what's causing you to be feeling depressed, really is an alignment of problems. What I believe is that there's something going on with what she believes or her core beliefs, and what is going on. Those things are not in alignment, and she just needs to align that. So, for example, if she thinks she's a shitty mom when she's doing a very good job as a mom, she needs to just get that to reconcile so she can actually see the positive side, because she could be 95% being an absolutely incredible mom, but she's focused on the 5% where she's messed up or done something wrong, or some insecurity that's coming, that's, whatever it is. But there's that alignment issue. So when it comes to depression, there's ways of actually going to deal with it, but one way of not dealing with is not taking every single task around the house where it's investment, so you take in every single thing. So one guy I spoke to recently, he was saying that he goes to work, she stays at home with the kids. They're young, they're all under the age of, it's 2 kids under the age of 6, and I totally agree. She's probably exhausted by the time he comes back home because she spent all day with them. But at the same time, she will be with the kids at home, do whatever they do during the day, and then when he comes back from work, she hasn't cooked, so he now has to cook for everyone, for the kids, and then he goes and washes them afterwards, and then after he washes them, he then takes them to bed, and then he does the dishes before he goes to bed, and then puts the laundry as well. And I said, this is too much. She's looking after the kids, and she thinks she's viewing looking after her kids as a fucking job, and it's not just a job. It's a great opportunity to spend time with her children. Some mothers do not experience this, and she's viewing it from the wrong perspective, and it's getting it down, because it's now in conflict to what she thinks what a good mom should be, and how she's feeling. It's not aligned. Therefore she's feeling this depression. So now this guy is catering to everything, hoping that by doing more stuff around the house is going to help her with the depression. Again, there's nothing that any of you guys can do in order to change all of that. You can help around the house, you can be productive, you can do all things, but what you can only do is present opportunities for her to change, and you have to be presenting those and getting her to speak to somebody who's either a professional who can speak to her about depression, and getting that her realigned in terms of her core beliefs and how she's behaving. And also, if she's not willing to do anything to fix that, then you should be really backing off and saying, I require you to be doing the dishes, for example. If after I've cooked, you do the dishes. Or if you want to cook, you cook, and then I'll do the dishes. Whichever it is, you still have to be an active member of this ship, for example. And it's like that example of, if you're on a ship, if everybody's got a job to what they're supposed to be doing. I've never been on a ship, I don't know what. But for example, you got engineers, you got the captain, then you got people that will be looking at the weather or whatever they do, and with the direction, speed, and whatever. There's people that are doing the jobs. If somebody decides they're not just going to do their job, they're just going to sit out and not do their job, it could cause catastrophic issues with where you're going to the destination. So whenever you don't put them to the sword, which I say, I don't mean literally, but I mean you put a little bit of pressure on investment and say, you know what, as a basic for our relationship, in terms of rules of engagement, I require you to be able to put this. And I know you might be suffering depression, but this is no excuse for you not to be an active member of the relationship. And you have to. And it's you raising your standards because you've lowered them for so long. And by lowering them, it's lowered how she views you as a partner, because all of a sudden there's, again, something that's going on in terms of lowering value within your relationship. So something that I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm going to be talking about how to build seduction within your relationship and what that looks like in terms of doing it from generating attraction and transitioning into seduction. So I'm doing a masterclass, and if you want to be part of that masterclass, I urge you to go to thriving_tribesman. It's my Instagram, and you can type in masterclass. Now, you don't have to add me as a friend in order to send me a DM. You can send me a DM. Some of you guys, I think, just don't want to be associated with a guy who's talking about sex lists on the Instagram. You don't have to add me. You can just send a message just to say what's up, or masterclass, in fact. And when you do, it tells me how many of you guys are interested, and then also it gives me an opportunity to that when I'm ready to say when I'm going to have the masterclass, I will be able to get in touch with you, let you know when it is. Then we'll have a good chat. Like, there will be videos. There'll be video, but I'll be showing you exactly what you've been doing, where you touch, what you do, what you do with your eyes, your body shape when you say things, and certain things that you would have never learned from anywhere else. So really excited about doing the masterclass. Just let me know. Going to thriving_tribesman on our Instagram, and I'll be able to take you through what you need to do in order to get better at seduction. So thank you very much. Be seeing you soon. Take care.